Welcome to the final press conference. Zur abschließenden Pressekonferenz nach dem Champions-League-Spiel.
This press conference after the match against Aston Villa. So now we've got questions for Mr. Kompany, who would like to ask the first question. The Bavarian broadcaster, please. What's it like when everybody is singing, here we are again, here we are again? Now we have a repeat of the results of 1982, although Bayern had so much possession. The answer, well, I didn't even realize that's what they were singing. Well, we had a great chances tonight, but we couldn't score a goal. That's football, but it's bitter, yes. But of course, it won't be decisive for the outcome of the Champions League. We just have to carry on working in order to make sure we're successful. Thank you, Vinny. Next question. We're from Bavarian broadcaster, please. Next question. Maybe you can say something about Jhon Musiala. We were all surprised when we saw that he wasn't on the team sheet right at the beginning. He was only on the bench. Why? Well, it had something to do with the last match. He wasn't feeling well for about 2 days, so we knew 90 minutes would be too long for him. Maybe 45 minutes would be okay. And that's why we just played it safe. Brought him on in the second half. So the reason for that was really because there was a physical problem, but there shouldn't be another problem for the next match.
Are you all working? Oh, okay. Die Süddeutsche Zeitung, okay.
The South German paper. You brought on Palhinha. It was still 0-0. Do you think that was a moment when you thought, well, that would be a good result, and maybe we can just keep the 0-0 draw? Or did you still hope to win the game? Answer, well, of course, I always want to win. I didn't think for a moment that we wanted to save and defend the 0-0 draw. You know, we had 2 big games against Bayer Leverkusen and Aston Villa, 2 big games, and we wanted to win them. And I just wanted to freshen up the team, and that's why I brought on Palhinha, and that's what it was all about. That's what it was all about.
What is it? It's a leak.
It's non-knockout defeat. It's a leak. I'm not saying that against anyone against your team, but as a football fan, as the players playing the Champions League most of it, do you feel did it feel like a great occasion tonight? If you take your sort of Bayern perspective away just for a second, could you enjoy and appreciate the occasion? What it meant for us?
Yeah, I think when it comes to winning or losing, you don't need to take the context of so many years into it. It's just we lost the game, and the game has its own story. You know, we had big chances, didn't score them. We gave away a moment, and in that moment, Aston Villa, you know, obviously scored a goal, and I understand the occasion it was for the opponent today, and of course it's a special night for them, but it doesn't decide the Champions League today, so we have to take our learnings from this game, and I'm convinced that we're the type of team that will score the goals more often than we want, but tonight that's the story of the game.
And how difficult are Aston Villa's 2 centre-forwards to play against? First of all, Watkins, and then Duran after he came off the bench.
It's a Champions League team coming out of the coming out of the Premier League, so we know how competitive it is to get into the top 4. For that, you need top players, and you know their strikers, of course, are capable of doing this. But like I said again, it's something you take always into consideration. And the main thing for us is, in terms of how the game went, there's a story as well to this game. You know, like I said, I mean, I wasn't asked about. Was I asked about the no? But the point is really we have 15 minutes in the first half where it looks like we're starting really bright. It looks like we're sort of continuing with the momentum we've built, and then we have half an hour where, and this I will agree with, where although we're not conceding big chances, you feel moments could happen. It had that smell in the first half, in certainly for half an hour, not in the first 15-20 minutes. And then the second half, I feel like that went again a little bit. So the threat wasn't there anymore as much. It had to do as well with the fact that our distances were a lot better in the second half to recover balls than in the first half. And when you play against a team at home, if they resist and if they're able to defend well, because it's not just us having big chances, them defending well as well, then you always know that you can have a moment. And football is like this. If you don't take your chances, it can happen.
Okay, the last one. Yes, behind. Can you take the microphone, please?
Hi, Vinny. Just in terms of the start you've had at Bayern, obviously loads of early wins, loads of goals, then the 2 games this week against Leverkusen and Aston Villa. I mean, how much harder have you found it in those 2 games, and what do you think you've learned after compared to what was going before?
I think over 2 games against 2 teams that I rate extremely highly, we conceded very few chances. And what we normally do so well, which is scoring our goals, for one reason or another, it's just been on the bar, on the post, or it's just been, you know, a near miss. But with the team that we have, I would never see this as a trend. It's just that's what happened for us now this week, and yeah, if we just focus on our own work, we'll win a lot of games still.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's. Okay, yeah, bitte. Yeah.
You talked about the lessons you can draw from those games. What are these lessons? What are the next steps? Well, lessons. Well, you have to be careful with that word. At the end of the day, it's all about winning and getting results. But even when we win 5-0, there's still a lesson you can draw from that. I've already explained how the first what happened in the first half. We started really well, like, you know, we played the previous week, and then for half an hour we were just a little bit behind the tempo of the game. We talked about that at half time. The second half then looked much better again, and that's what I mean. It's not whether we won or lost. Well, we had our opportunities, and the players know if we have opportunities, when we have the opportunities, we have to convert them as well. But I am full of confidence that our team will score lots of goals. But what is important is that we really are on top of the game. And for 30 minutes in the first half, we were not on top of the game. And of course, at the end of the day, we want to be on top of the game for the whole 90 minutes in every single match of the season. Today, unfortunately, that was not the case.